NCIS's star Sean Murray reflects on McGee's evolution after 500 episodes. After more than 2 decades on air, NCIS has become one of television's most enduring procedural dramas, and at the heart of its success lies a cast of characters who have grown alongside their audience. Among them, Timothy McGee stands out as one of the most compelling long-term character evolutions in modern TV. Portrayed by Sean Murray since the show's early seasons, McGee has transformed from a nervous, inexperienced probie into a seasoned senior agent and emotional anchor of the team. Now, after surpassing the 500-episode milestone, Murray is taking a moment to reflect on that remarkable journey. "It's surreal," Murray says, leaning back with a thoughtful smile. "When you start something like this, you never imagine it becoming such a huge part of your life. McGee has grown up on screen, and in a lot of ways, I have too." When audiences first met Timothy McGee, he was a far cry from the confident agent he is today. Introduced as a MIT graduate with a knack for computers, McGee was initially portrayed as socially awkward, unsure of himself, and often the subject of light teasing from his colleagues, particularly Tony DiNozzo. But beneath that timid exterior was a sharp mind and a strong moral compass. Early McGee was very much finding his place, Murray explains. He was talented, but he didn't quite know how to assert himself. That made him relatable, I think. A lot of people see themselves in someone who's still figuring things out. Over time, McGee began to step out of his shell. His technical skills became indispensable to the team, but more importantly, he developed emotional resilience and leadership qualities. Following major storylines, including personal losses, professional challenges, and even life-threatening situations, McGee emerged stronger and more self-assured. One of the biggest shifts for McGee was learning to trust his instincts, Murray says. "There's a moment when you stop second-guessing yourself and start leading." For McGee, that didn't happen overnight. It was earned. That gradual progression is something Murray credits to the show's writers and the collaborative nature of the production. "We've always had writers who care deeply about these characters," he notes. "They've allowed McGee to evolve in a very organic way. It's never felt forced." A defining aspect of McGee's journey has been his transition from student to mentor. In recent seasons, he's often found himself guiding newer agents, offering the same support and patience that Gibbs once showed him. "That's one of my favorite parts of where McGee is now," Murray says. "He's become the guy who helps others find their footing." It's a full-circle moment, really. Murray also points out that McGee's personal life has added depth to his character. From his relationship with his wife Delilah to his role as a father, viewers have seen a more grounded, mature side of him. Becoming a husband and a father changed McGee in profound ways, Murray reflects. It gave him a different perspective. Suddenly, the stakes aren't just about the job. They're about what he's fighting for at home. That balance between professional duty and personal life has resonated with audiences, many of whom have followed McGee's story for years. According to Murray, the connection fans feel with the character is something he never takes for granted. "I've had people come up to me and say they grew up watching McGee," he shares. "That's incredibly humbling. It means we've been part of their lives in a meaningful way." Reaching 500 episodes is no small feat, and Murray acknowledges the dedication required to maintain such longevity. "It takes a lot of hard work from everyone involved: cast, crew, writers, producers," he says. "There's a real sense of family on set, and I think that translates to the screen." He also credits the show's ability to adapt over time as a key factor in its success. While NCIS has stayed true to its core formula of solving naval criminal cases, it has also embraced change, introducing new characters and exploring fresh storylines. "You have to evolve," Murray says. "If you don't, you risk becoming stagnant." What's great about NCIS is that it honors its past while still moving forward. For Murray, one of the most rewarding aspects of playing McGee has been the opportunity to explore the character's complexity. He's not just the tech guy anymore, he explains. He's a leader, a partner, a friend. He's made mistakes, he's learned from them, and he's grown. Looking ahead, Murray is excited about what the future holds for both McGee and the series as a whole. While he remains tight-lipped about specific plot developments, he hints that there's still plenty of story left to tell. As long as there are new challenges and new dynamics to explore, there's room for growth, he says. I think fans can expect to see McGee continue to evolve in ways that feel true to who he is. When asked what he hopes audiences take away from McGee's journey, Murray pauses for a moment before answering. I think it's about perseverance, he says. McGee didn't start out as the strongest or the most confident, but he kept going. He kept learning, and over time, he became someone others could rely on. It's a message that resonates far beyond the confines of a television show. In a world where instant success is often celebrated, McGee's story serves as a reminder that growth is a process, one that requires patience, determination, and a willingness to embrace change. As NCIS continues its impressive run, Sean Murray remains grateful for the opportunity to bring Timothy McGee to life. It's been an incredible journey, he says, and the fact that people are still invested in this character after all these years, that's something I'll never take for granted. After 500 episodes, Timothy McGee is no longer the uncertain young agent audiences first met. He's a seasoned professional, a devoted family man, and a symbol of growth and resilience. And if Sean Murray has anything to say about it, McGee's story is far from over. In many ways, it feels like we're just getting started, Murray says with a grin. There's always another chapter waiting to be written. While Timothy McGee's professional growth has been a cornerstone of his character arc, Sean Murray believes the emotional layers are what truly define him now. What makes McGee interesting at this stage isn't just what he does, it's how he feels, Murray explains. He carries history with him. Every case, every loss, every success. It all shapes how he approaches the next challenge. That emotional continuity is something long-running shows rarely achieve with such consistency. McGee remembers. He evolves not just in skill, but in perspective. The once wide-eyed agent who looked to Gibbs for every answer has become someone who understands that leadership often means living with uncertainty. There's a quiet confidence in him now, Murray says. He doesn't need to prove himself anymore. He knows who he is. That sense of identity has allowed McGee to take on more nuanced roles within the team. No longer confined to the technical desk, he seamlessly moves between fieldwork, investigative strategy, and emotional support for his colleagues. In many ways, he has become the glue that holds the team together. McGee listens, Murray notes. That's one of his greatest strengths. He's observant, not just about clues, but about people. That's what makes him such a strong agent now. Fans have especially responded to McGee's quieter moments. The scenes where he steps back, reflects, or offers guidance without needing the spotlight. Murray credits those moments to the trust built over years between the cast and crew. When you've been working together this long, there's an unspoken understanding, he says. Sometimes the most powerful scenes are the simplest ones. Of course, no discussion of McGee's journey would be complete without acknowledging the departures and changes that have reshaped the NCIS team over the years. From losing mentors to saying goodbye to close friends, McGee has endured significant emotional shifts. Those moments are tough, both for the character and for us as actors, Murray admits. But they're also what drive growth. McGee has had to step up in ways he never expected. That resilience has become a defining trait. Where he once hesitated, he now acts with clarity. Where he once doubted, he now trusts himself. Yet Murray is careful to point out that McGee hasn't lost his core. He's still the same person at heart, he says. He still has that kindness, that humility. The difference is, now it's backed by experience. As the show continues to evolve, so too does its storytelling approach. Murray hints that future episodes may delve even deeper into character-driven narratives, giving audiences more insight into McGee's internal world. There are still sides of him we haven't fully explored, he teases. That's the exciting part. One area Murray is particularly interested in is how McGee navigates the balance between duty and personal fulfillment. With a family waiting at home, the stakes feel more personal than ever. He's constantly asking himself, "Am I doing enough? Am I making the right choices?" Murray says. That tension is very real, and I think a lot of people can relate to it. Even after 500 episodes, Murray approaches the role with the same dedication he had at the beginning, if not more. You can't coast on something like this, he says. If anything, you have to dig deeper as time goes on. That commitment is evident in the subtle ways he continues to refine McGee's character. From small shifts in body language to the emotional weight behind each line of dialogue. It's a performance built on years of understanding, both of the character and of the world he inhabits. Looking back, Murray says one of the most meaningful aspects of the journey has been the opportunity to grow alongside the audience. People have changed over the years, and so has McGee, he reflects. There's something really special about that shared evolution. As for milestones, Murray admits that hitting 500 episodes is something he still hasn't fully processed. It's one of those things you don't think about day to day, he says. But when you step back, it's incredible. And yet, despite the impressive number, Murray insists the focus has never been on longevity for its own sake. It's always been about telling good stories, he emphasizes. As long as we're doing that, the rest will follow. When asked if he ever imagined he'd still be playing McGee all these years later, Murray laughs. Not even close, he says. But I'm glad I am. There's a sense of gratitude in his voice, one that mirrors the humility of the character he portrays. It's clear that, for Murray, McGee is more than just a role. He's a journey, a partnership, and a reflection of years spent growing both on and off screen. As NCIS moves forward, one thing remains certain. Timothy McGee's story is far from finished. With each new episode, he continues to evolve, not just as an agent, but as a person. And for the fans who have been there since the beginning, that evolution is what keeps them coming back. McGee's still learning, Murray says with a quiet smile. And honestly, so am I.